Hello, it's episode 3 of Coffin Talk. I'm Ethan.
And I am Evan.
We're Funeral Etiquette. We're a podcast channel. You can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts. What other ones are we on?
I think we are on... So is it like
Breaker,
and there's something .fm, I think also.
Yeah.
It's not Ask FM, that would be funny.
Yeah, or Last FM.
Last FM, yeah.
We might actually be on Last FM because that goes by Scrobbles.
Scrobbles, that's the funniest thing to me.
Scribbles.
What is a Scrobble?
It's just any play of a song.
Oh, so it's
That's
so
what
it's
it
just a
means.
listen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just their own name for it.
It's just so funny. Like, how much are you worth? I'm worth 1,000 Scrobbles. Our podcast is currently almost at 50 Scrobbles.
Yeah, basically.
Yo, can we have sub-Scrobblers? That's a Funhouse bit.
Yes, Scrobs.
Speaking of Funhouse, Rooster Teeth and all that, a lot of them have showed up on my Twitter recently. They used to be sort of my favorite channel growing up because I felt like I was playing with people. And I'm going off to this long tangent to ask one question. We talked a bit about speedrunning, last week and things like that, and what content you like to watch on YouTube. Who do you think is your number one favorite YouTuber? If you had to pick one.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Like... Just since the start of YouTube, not who I currently watch, or that's a loaded question.
Your favorite YouTuber, if you had to pick one, gun to your head.
Ryan Higa.
Ryan Higa, that's a good one. That's a good. I haven't seen much of his content. Is he still making content recently?
Not really. For a while, he went to his podcast. He just did a podcast.
He had that.
I didn't really watch it or listen to it much. Yeah. I only think watched one or two. He doesn't make the off the pill videos anymore. Yeah. They were probably his best video. And most of his rant videos were just really good.
Yeah, just listening to him and stuff, because he did all the bits and skits and all that, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's streaming now.
Okay.
With like Valkyrie and all them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He's in that group.
Yeah, he's playing Among Us with all that group.
I haven't heard of that group a lot recently. Like, Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo and all that.
You haven't?
No, my Twitter is not really set up for that. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, they haven't really come on in my timeline recently. Like since Warzone started and they went to Warzone, I haven't, because I guess I don't follow that many.
They didn't really just go to Warzone. They still play loads of games. I don't think there's only a few Warzone only streamers.
Yeah. And
they're just basically the people who are competing.
Yeah.
They're the only ones who are like just staying on Warzone.
Is there any of them actually sponsored by Call of Duty themselves? Like to just play Warzone?
No, none of them are.
Okay. Because I know
Activision doesn't do that. Or
yeah, because I'm not sure what Ninja had set up with Fortnite for a while, but I remember he only streamed. Was that because he really enjoyed it, or did he have a thing?
No, it's because his viewers.
Oh,
his viewers don't want to watch anything else.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of streamers can't play other games because their viewers give out anything. If they play one other game.
It's so funny though.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you play any other game but Fortnite?
Yeah.
Like, I think, the money that man got and everything, the fame, that's cool and all, but to play Fortnite every day for how many years he did it, I guess, and all that.
He only did it for like a year or two, and he was making money, and he was good at the game for the time that he played. So when you're good at a game, if you're playing a lot, I don't think I could do it though,
personally.
You say that, but you put it in over like 100 hours to Apex and everything.
Yeah, but
it's just, and that's his full-time job. He's streaming. It's a completely different landscape.
I guess it's just the community around it, and that whole, you have to. What was his quote that he said? If you don't get annoyed at video games or something like that, that you're doing it wrong. You've already lost. Like making motivational posters. Ninjas.
I don't think he I'm pretty sure that was just a copy pasta. I don't think he actually tweeted that. Well, he did tweet it.
You don't think he meant it though?
No, it's a lot of copy pastas go around on Twitter.
That's fair.
Especially in Call of Duty as well. Which is weird.
Yeah, with Twitter and all that, I don't think I follow Call of Duty that much, or Call of Duty YouTubers, I guess, as much as you do.
Well, I don't really follow Call of Duty YouTubers,
or like the community behind it, I guess.
I follow the competitive scene on it because I've been following that for years. So most of my Twitter just kind of ended up like that.
Is there more new players, do you think, now that are this old names still knocking about? No,
there's still old names knocking about because the Call of Duty League. Not to keep going on about Call of Duty in
we did
2 weeks in a row.
How do we bring up Call of Duty for the second time?
Yeah, I won't say much about Call of Duty this week, but the Call of Duty League is like the Overwatch professional league where there's different cities and different states. Most of them are in North America, but there's the London Royal Ravens and the Paris Legion. They're the only ones in Europe right now. As of now, there's 12 teams. And before that, anyone could compete at a professional level through like an open bracket.
Fair.
So like, you could buy a team pass, show up on the day, and if you were good enough, you could play against the professional players. But you can't do that anymore because of all that. There's like a Challengers League.
You just you have to earn your way into it, sort of way.
No, or you need to be good enough, and then hopefully a team picks you up. But there's a few rookies that got picked up. But
do you know I mean, speaking of picking people up, do you know there was colleges giving out sponsorships for people playing like online games, stuff like that?
Universities have esports teams.
That's so cool.
There's an Irish Valorant University Challenge coming up soon.
Really?
Yeah, I got advertised for it.
Oh, I mean, the university that you don't attend. I mean, you can enter it though and just crush everybody.
Yeah,
how funny
if
would
you're
that
good
be?
enough at Valorant.
Yeah, just at the end of it, like, oh, who out of all of these Irish universities?
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
Yeah, that's reminding me of Hot Ones.
Hot Ones is a good ass show.
It is. I really want some spicy wings because there's not many spicy things in Ireland, and the shit that you do get that is spicy is just not good.
No.
Because I got these Pringles that were supposed to be very spicy, the spiciest thing we've ever released, you know. And they were shite. They were so shit. Like I bought 2 packs of them. Like the cheese and chili ones, like they're a bit spicy, but
yeah, when the packaging and all that, you'd think when you open the Pringles can, like a devil would leap up at you and like lick your face slightly. But it's yeah, they were just a bit of heat if you ate a few of them, like.
Yeah, can't expect much from Pringles.
No, I want the Flamin' Hot Doritos, or not Doritos, the Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good. I've always just wanted to put them on a pizza. I don't know why. I seen a picture of it once, and every time I see them, I'm like, they would slap.
That doesn't sound that good.
I feel like they would slap.
Maybe in a burrito. In a burrito, they would.
Maybe. I mean, if
I don't think crisps on a pizza.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm fucking with that. I mean, if you fuck with it, you can tweet it at us. Or if you don't fuck with it, tweet us at us. We're
tweet us at us.
Yeah, it's SSS. Yeah, tweet that at us at Funeral Etiquette.
It's at FUNETIQ.
And
that's our Twitter at.
Oh yeah, because the name is Funeral Etiquette.
Phonetic.
Yeah.
Our channel is Funeral Etiquette, so we abbreviated it to Phonetic.
That's pretty cool though.
It is.
I find that's clean as well. It would make a clean gamer tag.
Yeah.
If we ever did streaming or anything. If we ever upgrade from the headset mic. Well, to be fair, if we're streamers, we could use the same headset mic we're recording. We just look like true gamers.
Maybe.
No, I mean, yeah, streaming, YouTubing. I've been watching a lot of Chris Hansen this week on YouTube.
Yeah.
I like Mr. Gigi and Chris Hansen. I love Mr. Gigi. He is he's I don't know how many subs he's on now, but he's possibly one of the funniest people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone can hate people like cancelling pedophiles. It's just so easy to listen to.
Yeah.
Though some of the dudes that come in and the excuses they have are just ridiculous. Like, I was just coming in here to make sure that she was alright. It's like
I was just visiting.
Yeah, and it's like you drove 4 hours to see if she was okay.
4 hours there, 4 hours back. In the fucking police car.
Yeah, with a bunch of condoms in his car, and he's like, Chris just shows him a picture of the dude's own dick, and he's like, do you recognize this?
I do. Yes. That's mine.
Yeah, how did you get this? Oh, it's crazy.
Did you send this to this 13-year-old girl? No.
Chris Hansen is... I love how cocky he is back then, but he just can't... He's so annoying now with the same attitude, because he was cocky back then to pedophiles, but now he's cocky now to YouTubers and things like that. Because if anybody doesn't know who Chris Hansen was, he was a reporter back in, I think, early 2000s, maybe late 90s. And he worked for, I think it was NBC or something, Dateline. And he basically just had a show where he invited pedophiles down under the guise of meeting a 13-year-old girl, and then they would ambush him, and they were involved with law enforcement, so they got arrested.
Yeah.
And in recent years, he moved to YouTube, and he did a whole documentary on Onision when all that was going on. Yeah. But he didn't add anything to the subject that you think a professional news quality thing would. It just sounded like a bunch of other shitty YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And he used it for like educational content. And you would think, okay, that would be for everyone.
Yeah.
But no, he put it on his Patreon behind a paywall. They're like, you can buy this Onision documentary from me.
Can't believe Chris Hansen had a Patreon.
He did. I think the man still does. He like live streams on Instagram and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, and crazy thing, we also have a Patreon.
Oh, we do actually. Yeah. I think it's the URL, I might be wrong, is patreon.com/Fueler Etiquette.
Yeah. I'm
pretty sure that's our URL. If not, you can go to our Twitters, which again, mine is @Sir_Rapid.
Yeah, @Cyrock.
Yeah, you could go to either our Twitters, and I'm pretty sure our Patreons will be there. But no, Chris Hansen, yeah, he had a Patreon, and he had the whole Onision documentary, and then he called out a YouTuber called Mr. Gigi because Mr. Gigi was just using his old Hansen versus Predator clips, and he tried like taking those down out of copyright things, and he was just being an asshole. I don't know, it's just not nice. He just wanted money and taking them down. It was just weird.
Yeah, Chris Hansen has gone down a bad way in the last few years. Went from catching pedophiles to catching DMCAs.
Yeah, he did. I mean, his most recent show wasn't even, I don't think, funded by him or NBC. It could be.
The only show I've ever watched is with Chris Hansen. Is that Caught with Chris Hansen? What's the name of it?
It's To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. That's the only Chris Hansen show I've watched. I didn't even know he had other ones.
Yeah, he has Hansen versus Predator. Is
that an actual TV show, or is it? It's YouTube. Because I wouldn't count YouTube as a TV show.
I think it's a mix of both.
Is it uploaded to YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't count that.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, he does. I think he has stings every now and then with Hansen vs. Predator. I'm not sure if he does it anymore, but I know that was the most, I think, recent sting thing.
Get Steve Irwin away. Don't get him away from those stingrays.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Irwin plus Chris Hansen, that is the ultimate crossover.
Yeah, if only it might have happened before. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. If at a party somewhere, Chris Hansen and Steve Irwin lock eyes.
I hope I see a picture one day of Chris Hansen and Steve Irwin. Or do I want to see that picture? Does that imply that Steve Irwin is a pedophile?
Nah, I don't want to see that picture if it exists. I don't think it definitely doesn't exist.
Have you seen fucking his son's Twitter, Robert Irwin?
It makes me so happy every time I look at his Twitter, because he posts the most adorable shit about animals.
Yeah.
I've seen he uploaded one the other day, and it was like it was a little squirrel thing, but it would look like a monkey and it had giant eyes, and I didn't know what it was, but all I knew was it was adorable, and I wanted to hug it. He's just has that. I don't know. His Twitter is bopping.
He's got that alluring sense to him.
He does.
To his Twitter, anyway.
He really does.
Because he posts cute animals, and what more could you want?
He's also on like Jimmy Fallon a bunch, isn't he? Didn't he?
Not a bunch. I've seen the video. He brings on a few animals with Kevin Hart as well there.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Hart is like I'm not sure if it's.
Wait, Kevin
I think it's Conan. I think it's on Conan.
Okay, yeah.
The better late night talk show in America.
Yeah, I can't fuck with Jimmy Fallon. I think it's too not believable, you know?
Yeah, some segments are good. I haven't watched them in years.
Yeah, just his interview segments where he's talking about like the people themselves. It just feels very like somebody else scripted it for him, which they probably did, and that's completely fair. But it's just
most of those shows are scripted by someone else.
But it's just more believable on things like Conan and stuff like that because he's more comedic. I feel
it's because he's a better host.
Yeah,
and he's just wittier and everything.
I mean, yeah, not as witty as us as hosts. Nobody really could be.
Maybe Graham Norton.
Graham Norton is a fucking winner.
Can't go wrong with Graham Norton. Graham Norton's probably the best late night talk show host. Even though, is the show technically a late night show?
Maybe.
If you watch it late at night.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything can be a late night show if you watch it late.
That's fair. Like the late night show with Lily Singh. Yeah.
I was thinking more iCarly.
iCarly, yeah, you're right.
It's a late night talk show.
I think so. You're watching it and Freddie's there chatting sweet nothings to you.
Yeah, Dan Schneider as well.
God, that's weird. That's so fucking weird.
Dude had such a big foot fetish. No one has ever come forward and probably won't.
No, I mean...
Well, they maybe eventually,
There's people that have said stuff about him, but
they haven't put their name out there.
Yeah, for reference, Dan Schneider was a huge part of Nickelodeon. He had parts to do with Drake and Josh, Victorious, and iCarly, right?
He didn't have parts. He made those shows.
He was showrunner, producer.
He was showrunner for all of them. Dan Schneider is one of the biggest. Well, not anymore. He got let go of Nickelodeon through mutual decision.
Yeah, they cut ties due to mutual decisions, not because in extra scenes and DVDs he asked like Ariana Grande like to do weird things with her feet and like spill water over herself. It was very weird.
Yeah.
Like and I just don't understand how Is it just because nobody has come forward properly or pressed charges?
It's because no one's like gave a witness testimony, like actually came out, like someone who was on the show with them or anything.
Yeah.
Has come out and said anything about him. So
yes,
it's all rumors.
Yeah,
they're not rumors.
The rumors that we know are true.
Either
allegedly.
Way, even if they're not anything and the rumors are just baseless accusations, he's still fucking weird around kids.
Yeah, exactly. He shouldn't be entrusted around there at all.
Yeah.
Like, Nickelodeon's one of the, like, Nickelodeon, Disney, and all that. I guess Disney are slightly better, but they produced the Pauls, so
There's a Twitter account, well, I'm not sure if it's still up, it's like @SamandCat, and it's Sam from iCarly and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, my sister used to watch it.
Yeah, it's basically just videos of them just doing shit with their feet and just pouring shit all over their feet, and it's just Dan Schneider just being a fucking freak.
God, that's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, Gibby also came out and was on
I've seen that in the podcast.
He was he was on an interview saying like, I don't know what happened. I don't think anything happened, but I'm not going to say for sure because I don't want to be caught out.
Yeah, he was like, nothing happened to me personally.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. He's a weird dude. I don't think he should have been around kids. He seems a bit of a kiddie fiddler, you know.
Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy also went fucking mental because of Dan Schneider.
Really?
Like, remember she had like a breakdown in like 2015.
I don't know if I did because I see her Vine account. I think that's the last thing I know.
Yeah, it was the Vine thing. Her Vines were just very weird towards Dan Schneider.
Sort of like passive aggressiveness.
She was like, look at what you've done to me, and fucking having a mental breakdown.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, allegedly these things happen, I guess, but that's terrible. Like, that Nickelodeon is huge, and that shit went on for fucking years. I don't want to try to think my way through that one. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But I watched a bunch of Internet Historian this week. I binged a lot of them. The one I recently watched, we watched it today actually, was the Camping at the End of the World.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
Brian Camping? Harold?
Oh no, I was about to say Ed Camping.
It's Harry Camping.
Harold, I think you're right with Harold.
Yeah.
Harold Camping. Yeah, he was a religious leader, sort of the televangelist dude, and he just said the world was going to end in 2011.
Yeah, May 11th.
Yeah, and then a bunch of people believed him because he had this giant following, and then a bunch of people like sold their possessions and just like spent all their money and put themselves in debt for like this day, and it never came. And it was so. I don't want to say it's funny because people's lives were destroyed, but it was really funny.
After all that, he had to retire from it in October.
Yeah, that's mad. Because
you know he's dead now.
He's dead.
Yeah, he died in 2013.
Oh, I mean, did the world end also with him?
Oh no, he made a prediction for a date after the time he died. So
was it also in 2011? Also, I think it was just a few months after, right?
Oh yeah, he did that. He's predicted the end of the world a few times.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, a few. Could you imagine? Like the embarrassment he must have felt after him saying it's going to end on this day, and then reporters going to his house the next day being like, how do you feel that the world hasn't exploded? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Internet Historian released a new video as well this week called "The Cost of Concordia." You told me that you haven't seen it, and I think it's really funny.
I don't know what it is.
He put it so funny. It's one of the biggest sort of cruise ship disasters to happen since the Titanic, and where the Titanic is, you can see that it was kind of unpredictable, like iceberg thing. It was very nature thing. There was things that they could have done to avoid it. I think probably. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
But the Concordia thing was ridiculously just a man-made stupid thing to happen, because they were going like boating. I don't know what the word is, the adjective. They were boating beside an island, and it was a common thing.
Sailing.
That's it. That's the word. Sailing. They were sailing beside an island, and it's a common thing for cruise liners to do, apparently, to sail really close by the shore and like make big horn noises and stuff like that, which apparently beachgoers don't like. But it's a very...
That's some of them do.
Yeah.
Did they do a general consensus on beachgoers?
I mean, the Internet Historian was like, it kind of annoys people, but the people on the boat are like,
loud sounds annoy everyone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Except kids. They love loud noises.
Do they? I feel like you could scare the shit out of a baby and make it cry.
Well, that's infant. That's baby.
Yeah, baby.
I'm talking about kids, like.
Yeah, they don't shut up. You're right. Kids are way too loud.
They just try and make as much noise as possible.
That's fair.
So are kids boats? Are they cruise liners?
They might be.
Kids are boats.
I was when I was younger. I went through a phase where I was Titanic. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. The third one, because that's the best Titanic movie.
Jack.
Yeah. No, but they did a sail by on this island, and it would have been all fine, but the captain of the like ship was never a captain proper captain before. He was just like head of security, and
did he have any like a license?
I don't think so. It's very murky about it.
Captain's license?
It's very murky. He was head of security, and about a year or two, he was a captain.
Do you know what years this was in?
I don't, honestly. If anyone's curious for more detail, by the way, just go over to Internet Historian's video. It's incredibly funny. The captain was very inexperienced, and the dude sailing the ship and where to turn it and all that didn't speak English or Italian, which the captain spoke. So he didn't understand anything the captain said, but there was a guy translating between them, and he was mistranslating things to the dude steering the ship, who had never steered a ship before. He was he'd done like bartending, he'd done a few other different things.
Did they not have anyone else there that
It's a good question. That's a very good question. Could the captain
himself not do it?
No, apparently he just like orders people with jobs, maybe. I don't know. That's how it was described, as he was telling the helmsman to turn a certain direction, like 330 something, and they'd relay it wrong or whatever, and they hit a rock, and the entire sort of...
Oh, they're in a hard place.
Yeah, a rock in a hard place. Yeah. But yeah, they hit a rock and started sinking, and the Coast Guard tried to call the captain. The captain was like, "Yeah, we're just having electrical faults. We're good." And then, like, nice. After a few hours, people started like getting worried, and the ship was going down. People died in this thing, and people were evacuated slowly after time because the captain eventually said, "We're fucked," and they were evacuated slowly over time, and so was the captain before the boat was completely emptied.
Oh, isn't the captain is supposed to be the last person to leave the ship, because the captain's supposed to go down with their ship.
They're meant to.
Yeah.
And that's what his superiors told him. They were eating the face off, and they were like, "Get the fuck back on board. Like, what are you doing leaving?" And he got arrested. He's in prison now. But yeah, that was it.
Because he got off the thing? Because he got off the boat, or because of other things?
Because of all of how fucking stupid that situation was.
So who got arrested? The captain?
The captain. Also,
did the guy steering get arrested? Or did he die?
What's funny, he was meant to have been brought to court. He then fled to, I think it was Indonesia or somewhere like that, because that's where he was from. And then they went to Indonesia. They found him, and they tried to like arrest him again or whatever. And then he's fled, and he's never been found. To this day, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
I could be wrong, but the Internet Historian video goes into it really well, and it's so funny because it just shows all of the malpractice in it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, captain who was like head of security had like fucked up 2 boats before. And also a dude steering who had never steered and didn't speak a word of the language. Either of the crew members spoke. That's like, how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
If only we all speak one universal language.
I mean, English are pretty much there at that point.
No, English isn't even the most popular language.
Really?
It's Chinese, Mandarin.
Is Mandarin really the most popular language?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It has the most speakers.
Do you think it's hard to learn
English?
Mandarin?
It's probably easier than English. For non-English speakers to learn English, it's very hard. Because the fucking amount of different meanings for words, and the same word in the same way could mean a completely different thing. Just from the way you say it. There, and there. I just said 5 different words there.
Bars, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. I'm gonna put that in my next song.
Yeah.
God.
Do it, man.
I need to write more recently. I haven't written, I don't think, in the past week. I think I like combine other parts of my old songs.
Bobby Shmurda's writing.
Oh, you're right.
He's definitely writing.
I forgot Bobby Shmurda was released this week.
You're missing out, man.
Oh
what
my God.
if Bobby Shmurda releases a new song before you?
What if I hopped on a track with Bobby Shmurda? I wish.
Yeah.
I think Bobby was Shmurda me. You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
A little wordplay.
Bobby Shmurda's still on Vine. That's all I have to say.
He's logging back into Vine.
Yeah.
God, I made some banger tweets this week.
Did you?
Yeah. Like, I think one was if John Cena is when he's getting older, he's going to be John Senile. Because he can't see anybody. I think that's pretty funny.
You know those jackets that, like, if you take a picture with the flash on with John Cena, like the fucking, you can only see the jacket.
Yeah.
Well, you
like
can tell where I'm going because I said John Cena in the middle of that sentence. But take a picture with John Cena and those reflective jackets with the flash on. Can you see him then? Because I've never actually seen John Cena.
No, like
I don't know what he looks like.
No, I don't. I've squinted hard enough at a picture, and I think it was like the black and gold dress and the black and blue or whatever, and the white and gold. Yeah, and I think it's something like that where some people can see John Cena and others can. Personally, if I squint really hard, I can kind of make out his face.
Fair, yeah. I used to watch back when I was younger.
Yeah.
Sorry. I used to watch these. You just watch stupid videos, like random videos when you're younger. I remember there was this one video I watched because it was like, respect to John Cena for serving in the military.
What?
And I don't know if I might be wrong. He might have served some bit.
Yeah.
But it was like this video of like this inspirational music, and then just uplifting photos of John Cena, and there's like fucking 11-year-old me like crying to this. So I was like, yeah, this is so good.
Like, were they?
I've never been able to find that video since because I've wanted to find it because I was like, I want to know how that made me feel.
If you're curious, I've looked into it. John Cena was not in the military. He acted in the Marine, which is why for some time.
The Marine. Marines is basically the military.
No, he acted in the Marine, which is why for some time his ring attire was military themed, allowed him to promote his movie. Apparently, yeah, that's why he wore cargo.
John Cena was also in the Fred movie.
He was in the Fred movie?
He was Fred's dad.
Oh my God, he was Fred's dad.
Yeah, he fucking attitude adjustment and through the table. That's probably John Cena's best movie.
Yeah.
Like the Fred movie is fucking so shit.
But John Cena's the best
fucking
part
dreadful. John Cena's a good actor. There a lot of WWE wrestlers have been good actors. Batista, Dave Batista.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah.
Even though The Rock can only play one role.
Yeah.
Because it's just The Rock. It's just Dwayne Johnson.
He does this neck twitch thing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it. There was a parody movie, you know, those like date movies and all that.
Yeah.
And there was like a parody of him in it, and the guy who does it just neck twitches the entire time. And since watching that,
he twitches his own neck.
Yeah, because he's like parodying The Rock.
Oh.
And since seeing that, I don't think I can't unsee that The Rock does that every time he walks onto the scene.
Yeah.
He like just puffs his chest out and like twitches his neck to the side. It's so weird.
What's your favorite Dwayne Johnson movie? On 3.
Okay.
Wait, I need to think of the name for the movie. I'm trying to think.
I know immediately what it is.
Do you?
Well, I know what mine is. Are you ready?
Fuck, I can't think of the name. I'm just. You can say yours first then, because I can't think of the name.
The Game Plan.
Which one's that?
That is the.
I know what it is. But which one is that?
It's The Rock plays a. I think he's what's the
NFL
American
player.
football? Yeah, NFL player. He plays a captain or something like that of a team.
Quarterback.
Yeah, and he gets this daughter that he had no idea about, and he's this.
He gets this daughter.
Yeah,
he had the daughter the whole time.
Yeah,
it's not like he just got her.
No, he got her. She came down in a stork. No, he didn't know she had a daughter, or he had a daughter.
Yeah.
And then his daughter's like introduced to him one day.
What's up?
Yeah,
I'm your kid.
What's
Love
up,
me?
dude?
Give me money.
Yeah, that's kids essentially.
I hope my kids don't come back and try and get money off.
Yeah, it's like being mugged by mice.
I have too many kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all over the country, would you say?
Basically. Yeah. Well, my favorite Dwayne Johnson movie is The Tooth Fairy.
That's a funny one. I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the best movie.
I don't think I've seen that since it came out.
The Rock as the Tooth Fairy. What more could you want? I won't say any more because that's all you need.
No, yeah.
You just need to know he's the Tooth Fairy. There's also that fucking terrible CG movie with
the Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's so bad.
CG's so bad.
Isn't that like a Mummy spin-off? I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
It might be. I think
it gives me Prince of Persia vibes, except it's
terrible.
Yeah. There's a Prince of Persia movie coming out soon as well.
Is there? Have you seen the original?
It's got delayed.
Or not original, but have you seen with the Jake Gyllenhaal Prince of Persia?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not good. It's called The Sands of Time, I think.
Yeah. Was that based on the game Sands of Time?
I'm not sure, honestly. It's just not good. I remember it just being not good.
Fair, yeah.
It's kind of Assassin's Creed-y, though. It gives me that sort of vibe.
Assassin's Creed movie
No,
vibes?
it's like Assassin's Creed game vibes. Like Jerusalem.
Fucking shit.
No, Assassin's Creed the movie was terrible. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It's not good.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah, it's because the game is so cool and there's so much lore to it, and you're like, what if you just took that and did it badly? It's just not good.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk about movies coming out soon. Have you seen anything coming out recently?
Well, I haven't seen anything that hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Are you seeing anything? Yeah, fucking time traveler. Okay.
Man, that's very insensitive of you asking me. Have I seen anything? Consider I'm blind.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot about that, man.
I feel the movies.
Yo,
I love when my movies are in braille. I'm sorry. Yeah. You just go up to the TV. It's special made braille TV. Okay, that's enough of blind people.
I mean, oh yeah, we're just making fun of blind people.
No, I wasn't making fun. I am blind.
You're right. So you get the blind card. Together.
Bad thing about a blind card, you can't see it if you're blind.
Fuck. That was a pretty good one, to be fair.
That's kind of like when you're fucking 5. No, not 5.
What? Were you blind when you were 5?
No, when you're like fucking 10, 11, like just a teenager. Even though I said 10 first and 11.
Sure.
Fucking, you dropped your gay card, and then you look down.
You look down immediately.
Someone,
you fucking looked.
Yeah.
That's
you looked.
Yeah.
You're gay. You're one of them.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff like that. Like, what was Kick the Bottle too? It's like,
kick the can.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave a bottle here, and if anyone kicks it, you just jump them. That's so.
That was a fun time in school.
It really was.
Yeah, when we were in school, you'd walk around a corner. There was a plastic bottle in the middle of the ground. You knew what was happening. Maybe you couldn't see the people. Yeah. Maybe they were hiding somewhere.
Ninjas.
But if you kick that bottle, there's a stampede coming towards you. Like half the time there was people around it, and you knew. Yeah. But the odd time you just get scared. You get PTSD. Fucking thinking about plastic bottles.
Oh god. Yeah. When you're walking through, I think I wasn't there in first year, I guess, but in third year when I went into it at first, you're so innocent. You're like, oh, it's just a bottle, and even if you don't mean it, like you just tip against it or something. Like you just get the shit kicked in. You're not like properly bloody, but I mean, you get winded a fair bit.
Sure, toughen you up.
No
harm.
If you didn't have that, you'd be broken by now.
You'd be on the drugs.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Or on Mars, because that's the next topic I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Have you seen
planets?
I
just said planets.
Continue. Fair. Yeah, on topic. But what do you think of all the Elon Musk Mars stuff? Would you go to Mars?
I wouldn't go to Mars.
How come?
Don't want to go to a different planet.
That's fair. You just wouldn't?
Well, if you go to Mars, you're going to be working for the rest of your life, doing nothing and just trying to survive in a different climate. You're basically just preserving life for the future generations, because you won't properly live on Mars.
Yeah.
You'll just be setting everything up for everyone else, because humans aren't ready to live on Mars, and they won't be for a long time.
Okay, what if when I'm in the rocket going to Mars, I open the hatch a slight bit and I go, Ethan, there's free candy in here.
I won't be able to hear you.
Oh, you're right. It'll be too loud. What if I called you?
I won't answer because you're going to Mars.
You wouldn't wish me goodbye?
Well, we probably would have already spoken.
You're right.
If I seen a phone call in the middle of the fucking while you're
on launch day.
Yeah, while you're on the plane or the spaceship, if I see a call, I'm thinking that's from someone else. That's an alien hacking. That fucking came into that spaceship and has killed everyone. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's another thing as well with Mars. Like, I know there's probably no life on it, but if you go there, what if you just get murked by an alien? Like,
yeah, a few Martians.
Yeah, or even like alien bacteria. Like, I watched Prometheus enough to know you don't take off your helmet. Like,
well, you don't take your helmet off in space. That's just a dumb idea.
Yeah,
you're just gonna freeze to death.
No, have you seen Prometheus?
I'm not sure if I've seen Prometheus.
There's a scene in it where like they get onto this planet and they're like, there's oxygen here, and then it just immediately take off their helmets.
Nice.
As if it's breathable, and I hate it so much.
Well, someone has to test it.
Yeah, with tools. We live in 2021. I'm sure we have tools to test if whether we can breathe this stuff and there's bacteria in it.
Might as well just get it out of the way.
You're right. Live life dangerously.
Why wait like a month for test results? Maybe even longer, because you're on a different planet. Because everything will take longer.
Because it's going to cost people's lives.
Yeah.
Prometheus had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
There was that, and then there was the Prometheus the school of running away from things, where that woman just like ran completely straight forward when that thing, she could have just turned to the side and it wouldn't have squished her.
Yeah. That's
just, there's so many things that anger me about that movie. It's a good ass movie. I'm controversial take, but like I really enjoy it. I don't like a lot of it, like decisions they made for it, but it's entertaining. I think Idris Elba's also in it.
Oh, yeah. Boasty guy?
Yeah.
That dude from Boasty?
that dude from Boasty.
Oh my god, that's that one dude from Le Wire.
Yeah, Le Wire and Boasty with Sean Paul.
That's the French for The Wire.
Funny enough, we have a French topic today, which is our true crime segment. We didn't mention it earlier in the podcast. We're a true crime podcast. We always forget to mention it until like at least 50 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, well, our podcast is technically down as a true crime podcast, but we don't market it as a true crime podcast.
Yeah.
Besides from the name Coffin Talk, which is just kind of an eerie name.
Yeah, it kind of has that spooky.
We had that name before we even wanted to do true crime.
Yeah.
So, but we'll probably get better at giving information out on that is a true crime podcast. Besides saying that it's just a spooky twist at the end.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that will help us.
I mean, I think probably in the description of this one we're probably gonna have the name of what happened, not what happened, but the name, I guess, of the case, maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully we get the right name.
Yeah.
That's always a worry.
Yeah, just give the complete wrong name. Yeah. Like, this time, this person died, and they're just, did I?
Who died?
It's me, bro. And we are back with our tea, and I have a surprise this week, because usually we don't know what to call this time.
Spooky time.
Yeah, but I've called it the Witching Hour. I quite like it. What do you think of that?
The Witching Hour?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So we have our podcast, and then we have the Witching Hour, where we talk about creepy cases.
Yeah.
So today we have a good one.
What do you got?
We got as I said in the previous podcast, a banger of a murder. So this one is about a man killing his own family, so it does
banger.
It does get
that
pretty
shit
dark.
Slaps.
That shit slaps.
Oh, that's what
it hit deep, bro. It hit deep. But no, this one it can be pretty dark. And as I said in the first one,
did it happen at night? Sorry.
God, I probably did, to be fair.
Most murders take place at night.
As we said on the first one, we're not trying to make fun of victims or anything like that when we're joking. We just think it's an interesting topic that we can talk about. So, today's story is the chilling case of the Dupont De Ligonnes. I hope I didn't butcher that.
Dupont De Ligonnes?
That's it.
Nice.
So, this man's Xavier. I'll be sort of talking about him a lot because...
Wait, what is that the person who got murdered? Dupont? Or who was Dupont?
The Dupont De Ligonnes family.
That's their family?
Yeah.
So Dupont's their last name.
I'm going to talk about this guy, Xavier. He was the father of this family a lot because... there's some creepy things around him, so let's get right into it. So Xavier Dupont De Ligonnes was born on the 9th of January 1961 to an aristocratic family in Versailles. His father, Hubert Dupont De Ligonnes, was an engineer with a degree from Mechanical Engineering University. His mother was Genevieve Therese Matre. I, again, probably mispronounced those. I tried my best. Unlike his parents, Xavier couldn't gain a significant amount of wealth. He did well for himself, but not compared to his aristocratic family. Throughout his life, he made a string of companies that had basically no success. These companies were catered to traveling salesmen and restaurant guests.
Nice.
That was a weird one. I couldn't find much information on it, but the companies that he started apparently catered toward traveling salesmen.
Nice. Did he eventually go on to build a school?
He did not.
I thought I was getting Professor X's background story.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
That's what I thought I was getting.
This is the X-Men universe when they...
X-Men origin stories.
Yeah, this is when they introduce it to the MCU.
This is the good Wolverine origin story.
Yeah, this really is.
This podcast is Wolverine's origin story.
It'd probably turn out better than the movie, to be fair. He may not have been where he wanted to be financially, but he did have a beautiful family and a lovely home. Xavier was a father of 4. Arthur, who was aged 20, was born to another man, but accepted by Xavier as his own child.
Adopted son.
He was an adopted son. He was
or was he adopted or fostered?
He was born to another man, so just before
so he's a bastard. That's the name for them.
Is that what that is?
Born out of wedlock.
I don't know if it's out of wedlock. It might have just been like...
Well, with another man.
It was a previous man, yeah.
And... I'm
not sure if they were married. I didn't get that much information.
Okay.
But yeah, Thomas was their second child. He was 18. Anne, the third child, was 16. And Benoit, who was aged 13. So, around March 2011, eerie signs were picked up by friends and family, and also the kids' school.
Sorry, signs that just said boo?
Yeah, just boo. They were picked up on the ground.
Terrifying.
They were just left around
eerie
the house.
Signs. Stop signs, but they have an eerie twist.
Just boo. That's it.
Yeah.
Instead of stop.
Stop signs, but different in a parallel universe.
That would be crazy.
Except it's go.
It's like the Simpsons movie. What was that? Slop or Snop or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You want to know what the eerie signs were?
Yeah.
So
I do.
Tell me if you have if you were an investigator, or I guess not even, if you're a principal of a school, would you find any of these worrying? So the lease on their house was terminated. All their bank accounts were closed. The kids' schools were paid a final payment settlement. Agnes's employer, so the wife's employer, was told that she had gastroenteritis and was moving to Australia. A message was left at the house saying, "Please return all correspondence to the sender. Thank you." The house was completely emptied, and a letter was sent to Xavier's immediate family, and oh my god, this is probably one of my favorite parts about the story.
Okay.
In this letter, it goes on to say things like Xavier was working for the American DEA, and that the whole family had to go into witness protection program in the US.
Oh shit.
Also,
do you know if they did go into witness protection? Okay.
They did not.
So they lied.
Yeah, whoever wrote this letter, it's believed to be Xavier, who sent all this around.
Professor X.
It was typed, it was unsigned, and I think the date was added after. I'm not sure.
It was printed?
I'm not entirely sure. There was something about the date, the date was written, and the letter was typed, so it could have been written after the letter was typed.
It sounds like the beginnings of someone who was trying to fuck over a family. Like a cult, kind of, because that's like the early signs, like just picking up and moving away, lease going away. So maybe their lease got given to someone else, someone who's like controlling the family in some way.
Well, I mean, they just sort of straight up just canceled.
Took their kids. Oh, they just canceled the lease.
They didn't. This is just what
the bank did.
So it was Xavier basically.
Okay.
If this story is what I'm going to say is going to be believed, he's seeming off. I'm going to go in more into it.
Okay.
It's probably going to answer your questions. In the letter, it also asks Xavier's relatives to circulate rumors that the family had just moved to Australia. So, what the wife's co-workers and boss were also told, the Australia thing.
Yeah. Are they just picking Australia because it doesn't exist?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're like, haha, fuck it, we'll go to Australia. They'll believe that.
Oh, of course.
Fucking, there's nothing there.
No, it's just a bunch of sea, right?
Well, everything's sea. There's just nothing there.
But you can't see because you're blind.
I don't know what Australia is.
You've never heard of the concept of Australia.
I can't see anyway.
You're right.
At all.
Other signs things were off was the dogs had gone quiet. Friends stopped hearing from the children.
Okay.
And the final nail in the suspicious coffin was a bailiff calling to the house to collect 20 grand.
In debt?
Yep. Where nobody answered to the door.
Okay, so they're not there.
Quiet. They are not there.
They're not in France.
It would appear that nobody is in the house currently.
Maybe they just popped out to the shops.
They might have done. They might have done for a few weeks.
Bit of milk. I've heard a lot of people popping out to the shop for milk and never coming back.
That's what my dad did, man. It's crazy. So on Tuesday, the 19th of April, an investigation was launched where it was found Xavier had recently purchased 40 kilograms of a corrosive substance called lime. He also bought cement, a shovel, and a hoe. We can all understand buying a hoe.
Yep. I bought a hoe for the night.
2 days later, on Thursday, the 21st of April, a wanted notice is issued for the whole family. But sadly, later that very same day, the remains of Agnes and her 4 children and their 2 Labradors were found under the patio in the back garden.
Of the house?
Of the house.
Okay.
And Xavier was not there.
Xavier's gone.
Xavier was gone.
He's never to be seen.
So upon further investigation, the days after the family went missing, Xavier was recorded on CCTV, staying in 5-star hotels and charging it to his credit card. He was last seen leaving the hotel carrying a large bag. He then approached an ATM, took out €30 and disappeared forever.
€30?
€30, his last amount to take out. And he hasn't been seen since. There has been sightings, and people have claimed they'd seen him in...
Is he like Bigfoot?
Yeah, essentially. I've looked into this.
There's sightings somewhere.
No, I've really looked into this, and there's been so many sightings of him, like thousands. It is like Bigfoot.
So they're not really trying to catch him then. If there's been that many sightings, they're doing something wrong.
They must be. I mean, I'd see a lot of them probably have led to nothing. Because this was recently sort of brought up in an episode of Netflix Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
It's an episode on there, and so with the... I think the help of that, I assume it got a lot more public and people saw him everywhere.
Yeah, like if they really wanted to know, they could have just like called me, because I know where he is.
Oh yeah?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to let us know in the podcast.
Nah, I just lied to you right there.
Crazy. You did it like without even blinking.
That's Deception 101. How can I blink if I'm blind?
I forgot about that. Blind people can't blink.
Blink till you're blind. That sounds like a song.
It does.
Okay.
That's my next song. So, the autopsy, you know, how they died and all that. According to the autopsies, the family were drugged and shot dead with a .22 caliber long rifle. Funnily enough, which Xavier had inherited from his dad 3 weeks before the murder took place.
Family gun.
The family gun.
Family guns are weird.
You know what? I didn't write this down because I didn't think it was going to be... I was writing a lot of this down.
Yeah.
He took his kids out to the gun range recently before that too. So it sounds like he was practicing to shoot his kids with his kids right there beside him. It's pretty fucked up.
I wouldn't say he was practicing to shoot his kids.
Well, I mean...
I know he shot his kids.
Yeah.
But maybe he was just hunting, and maybe he just wanted to show them.
Oh, you think he just snapped that one day?
Because he seems like if he's bringing his children out to shoot guns.
That's fair.
He has experience with guns. Even though guns with kids is fucking stupid.
Yeah, mistake.
If you're going to do it, at least be safe with it. And if you have years of experience, it's probably better. Dude's a fucking freak, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not trying to defend him or anything.
No, God, no. It's funny that we all know what happened here. You know, we know he murdered his family, but he's never been found, so you can't really say specifically.
I found him.
You found
as we discussed.
He's in my back pocket, actually. No, theory 1 is probably the most widely accepted theory, and it's endorsed by the French government. So this is one they sort of believe. Okay. Basically, Xavier squandered his inheritance because, as I mentioned earlier, he was from a very aristocratic family. He squandered it probably on the companies I mentioned before that all failed.
Yeah.
After losing this money, he kind of viewed himself and his family as poor and struggling, which they kind of were because of that $20,000 or euros of debt. He probably thought he was bringing shame towards our aristocratic family, and this is kind of backed up by Agnes stating in an online forum, which I think it was
She was on Tinder?
I think like a Catholic online forum because they were very religious.
What's that one called? The Christian Mingle.
There you go.
That's it.
We're both on that, right?
Yeah. No,
together.
I'm not on that.
You're a good Christian
together?
man. You should.
What do you mean?
Like,
dude,
as a shared profile, we come as a package.
We don't.
We have funeral etiquette on Tinder. Yeah. But it's all backed up by Agnes in an online forum saying that, quote unquote, Xavier told her, if we all die at once, then everything would be over.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not very hard to believe that he would do this to his family with this thing going on. He had debt, things like that.
Yeah. Maybe he just wanted to shitpost on Reddit.
That's all he wanted to do, and his wife wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
She wanted to be on those Christian sites, and he wanted to be a meme lord on Reddit.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's widely believed that Xavier murdered his family to save them from the quote-unquote poverty and debt. He then spent a few days in hotels and took his own life in some remote area that has never been found. That's what the government believe.
Okay. And the government think he killed himself, killed his family.
Absolutely.
That happens a lot with people who kill their family as well. I'm not sure.
It's just a murder-suicide?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Fuck it. Yeah, murder-suicide.
Yeah,
you're gonna murder your family and then kill yourself after because...
You couldn't live with it.
Yeah, but why'd you fucking do it? It's so...
It's ridiculous. I mean,
I'll never understand.
No, I don't think we will. I think it's just a broken individual to do something like that. I don't, you couldn't do it in your right mind. Anyways, I have one last theory.
Okay.
That was very dark, I will say. 2 Labradors died, 4 kids, and a wife.
A whole lot of death.
It was a whole lot of death. So I wanted to bring it to somewhere light. Obviously.
A whole lot of red.
Exactly.
As Playboy Cardi would say.
Playboy Cardi's in the room with us right now. I feel like in spirit.
Fucking steal that diamond. Continue though.
That's the Uzi Vert. Yeah. Theory 2 is kind of mood lightning. Basically. Oh yes, mood light. Yeah, mood lightning. Is that how you say it?
Oh, it's mood lighting. Wait, what are you trying to say?
Lightening the mood.
Oh yeah, lightening the mood.
Yeah, so this kind of lightens the mood a bit. Basically, he moved to Ireland and became a shepherd.
Fucking really?
That's the theory.
Is that an actual theory?
I seen it online. I think I seen it. There was also that exact same theory about Hitler a while ago.
Oh yeah, but that's more believable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah.
What if Xavier came to here and just became a shepherd with the sheep?
Damn, I'll never think about murderers the same.
No, or shepherds.
Murderers who haven't been caught. Maybe they're just shepherds in
Ireland.
There is an abundance of shepherds.
There is. It's a ridiculous amount.
I walk through town the whole time.
And they're just going with their flocks.
They are. You know, we see a sea of shepherds.
Yeah, you have to kick them to the side.
What's the thing? You tame your shepherd, you tame your goat.
What did you just say?
Fucking said what I said. I said what I said.
That's not a saying. I don't think that's a saying.
It is now.
You're right, actually. We've put it into being. What did you think of this week's creepy case, or the witching hour?
It was pretty good.
The
Dupont family.
Yeah.
Sad what happened to them.
Absolutely, yeah. That can't be overstated, yeah.
What year again?
This was 2011, the same year as Daniel Bartlam. Damn. Isn't that creepy?
A lot of shit happened in 2011.
It did, yeah. 2011 was a big year, but
yeah, so there's still time for it to be solved.
Yeah, it can come to light if he's found and things like that.
10 years ago.
What do you think? Do you think he man-dug his life in the remote French Riviera, or whatever it is?
I don't know.
No. It's a weird one.
A lot of, as I said, a lot of people who killed their family killed themselves.
Yeah, because there's a weird thing, because, yeah, he killed his family, and you usually see the people that kill their family kill themselves almost immediately. Whereas this dude left, he went to a few 5-star hotels, not just one, but, like, stayed in a different hotel every single night. And then I think on one of the last days he was found, he then left his car at that car park also, and just took out 30 euros and was never found. And it's weird that he took out money. And 30 quid is a weird amount as well to take out. It's just very weird if he did kill himself.
Yeah. Well, you said there was a lot of sightings as well, so...
There was, but I mean...
Could still be fabricated.
Yeah. There's Bigfoot sightings also. So I mean...
Hey man. Don't bring up Bigfoot.
That's true.
Don't talk shit about Bigfoot.
Do you believe in Bigfoot? Because we're still in the witching hour. We can talk about spooky stuff.
No, not Bigfoot. Bigfoot doesn't make sense. It's just a big Sasquatch.
What is an urban legend do you think exists?
Fucking Cheernanog.
You think Cheernanog happened? Oisin and Cheernanog? Yeah. Man got off his horse and aged 60 years?
That's exactly what happens in Ireland.
You're right, actually.
As soon as you get off your horse, you age.
Up like 70 years.
That's why I've never gone to a horse. Because as soon as you get onto one, you see what horse girls. That's why they're always on the fucking. They're draining the life out of fucking everyone else. Horse girls drain everyone's energy.
They're just taking it from the horse. That's the horse takes everyone's energy, and then the horse girl takes the horse's energy. Yeah. So it's a whole circle of life.
Yeah, we should talk about more folklore. We should talk about folklore next week.
Yeah, that's a good topic.
Some Irish folklore, even though 90% of our audience is Irish.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, yeah.
But maybe you don't know, and the other 10% that's not in Ireland won't know.
Yeah, we've got 5% American, I think. So, I mean, we can give them
a whirl.
Yeah. No, Irish folklore is... Because there's a lot of it. Like, it goes into fairies and all that. I know that's a big part.
Yeah.
You know? There's, fairies are really mean, I guess, in Irish folklore. When you go into it.
Well, fairies are fucking demons.
Yeah, they are kind of terrifying when you go in and, like, read back. We have, like, fairy forts and stuff here, right?
Yeah.
Where people leave, like...
Fairies are a big part of Irish culture. Yeah. Even though they're not anymore. Because kind of folklore is taking a back step.
So, yeah, I think that really changed when Vine came around. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Back when the Vine invasion happened to folklore, it was crazy. Logan Paul couldn't stay on his own platform.
Yeah, well, the witching hour has been spooky this hour.
Yeah, I think it has. I think we've done well this episode.
And there'll be another witching hour next week. We'll be back with more talking shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, funnily enough, it's another France case.
Oh, okay.
It's about a cult. So
ooh, exciting.
It's a family cult. So if you guys want to hear about that, it'll be next week. I'll be talking about that.
This is like an end credit scene in Marvel. It's crazy.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting, if you stayed for everything, you get a wee spoiler at the end. Not spoiler. I didn't spoil anything.
I mean,
I gave you a wee
teaser.
A wee teasy word.
Yeah, there you go. While we
have you.
Yeah. We might as well go over a few things. Again, as mentioned, our Twitter is at FUNETIQ Phonetic.
Yeah.
We have a Patreon if you want to go and support us. It is patreon.com/funeral etiquette, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can find us on Spotify, the Google Podcasts.
Mm-hmm. We should be on Apple Podcasts next week. And
maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, and this one will be up on YouTube because we will do it this week.
Well, all the episodes are going to be up on YouTube eventually.
Oh yeah, we still have the audio, so we can just
so
it'll be all right. So
episode 3, we had fun. I had fun anyway. I'm not sure about you, Evan.
Parts of it were okay. No,
You do look like you want to kill yourself at all times.
All times.
But I can't see you, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're blind, remember? How do you see me?
I didn't fucking forget. How could I forget? I can't see.
You're right.
It's all I see.
And with that...
All I see is nothing.
I can see the end of the podcast is here. See what I did there?
No. How can I see, man?
See you next episode, guys.